Hey guys, in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 marketing strategies that you need to be using at the start of 22 to be getting yourself motivated vendors picking up the phone and speaking to you, because that is what's going to get you below market value and sophisticated deals this year. If you don't have motivated vendors phoning you, then you're missing out. And what I'm hearing a lot from people at the moment, especially people who don't know what they're doing, they haven't yet done sophisticated deals, is, oh, well, that's impossible. Below market value is impossible in this kind of a active, frothy market. Capital gains are through the roof, number of sales are through the roof, so there aren't motivated vendors around because any vendor can put their property on the market and sell it quickly. That just isn't true. And if you believe that, and if you've been having those thoughts, then they'll be true for you. You won't be finding motivated vendors because motivated vendors don't come knocking on your door unless they know you exist. Easy for me to say. They only know you exist if you do some marketing. And so I want to tell you briefly, and I know it looks like I've got a cow licking my ear, so you're going to have to tear yourself away from that for a moment. I'm going to tell you about 2 guys who on Tuesday this week stood up at our monthly training day and shared a completion that they've recently had. Now, they purchased a property. This is Matt and Dave. They invest in the southeast, so about 45 minutes, 50 minutes from London. So a part of the country where most people would say below market value is absolutely impossible at the moment. A place where properties are flying off estate agents' shelves. They purchased the property for £120,000. They spent £30,000 doing up the property. They rewired part of it. They put a new kitchen in, a new bathroom. They skimmed a lot of the walls, repainted, really did a good job. New flooring throughout, laminate flooring and carpets, etc. Really made it nice. Put it on the open market, so we're not even talking a TDIC sale. So they actually did an old-fashioned flip on it, which is sometimes necessary if the vendor's uncomfortable with a TDIC flip. So they bought the property, paid stamp duty, etc., then did the works to it, and then they've sold the property, just completed, so this is a completed deal, at £220,000. So they paid 120, spent 30 doing it up, so it owes them 150. They sold it for 220. That's £70,000 gross profit. By the time they took out all of their purchase and sale costs, they ended up with just over £50,000 profit. And that's in a bullish market. That's in a frothy market in the southeast. Absolutely fantastic deal. And those guys are doing multiple deals a year. They are really rocking and rolling down in the southeast, as are many of our partners. Now, rather than focus on a traditional flip, that's not hard. You watching, I don't think the value in this video is telling you and showing you how to do a traditional flip. There's not a lot to it. You buy a property, you do some work to it, and you sell it on. That's really, really simple. Of course, what work you do and at what price, etc. But if you've got that kind of a margin, £100,000, even if you stuff it up royally and do a £50,000 refurb rather than the 30 you should have done, you're still going to make really good money. You're still going to make 30k, which in most people's book would be a decent traditional flip. These guys obviously made 50 because they're on the partnership and they know what they were doing. So I don't think focusing on that is the value in this video. What I want to focus on is how do you find people that own properties worth £220,000 but are willing to sell them at £120,000? And that's the key. Finding the motivated vendor. Then you've got to negotiate with them, you've got to buy the property, you've got to fund the property, etc. And then you've got to monetize it afterwards like Matt and Dave did. But the key, the absolute key, is finding that motivated vendor. So what I've decided to do, and I'm introducing this today, is I'm going to do a series of 5 videos for you. So I'm going to share with you the 5 best marketing strategies for Q1 2022. So the 5 strategies that you should be using in your property investment business. Strategies that are working for partners around the country, strategies that will get motivated vendors phoning you. That is the key to sophisticated property investing. And if you're sat there watching this thinking, I'd like to do that. If I could just do one of those flips this year, I could quit my job. Or if I could do one of those flips this year, I would be able to go buy that car or go on that holiday or put my son into private school. Whatever it is, I guarantee you that the start of that journey to doing sophisticated deals, high monetization deals is marketing to sophisticated vendors. So the 5 marketing strategies that you need to be doing in 2022 will be covered over the next 5 episodes. I cannot wait to share them with you guys. I will be sharing with you all of the details. I will be sharing with you how you can do it yourself, the pros, the cons, the costs, so that you can actually implement your own 5-week plan to start marketing for sophisticated vendors. Guys, I'm looking forward to helping you on this. I think it's the first time we've done a series like this where you can actually take what we give you and go and try it out for yourself. After that, we will teach you what to do with the leads, what to say to them, and how to turn them into actual deals. But let's kick off with how you can get vendors, motivated vendors, who aren't suited to selling on the open market, because that's the key. If you think about it, yes, 99.9% of people are selling their properties on the open market. You can find them on Rightmove, and typically at the moment they're putting them on the market, they're getting some viewings quite quickly, they're getting a few offers, they're picking the best one, and it's going through. It's not sailing through, by the way. The quick part of the market at the moment is listing, viewing, offer accepted. That's the quick part. The slow part is actually purchasing the property, because lending's hard to get. Interest rates are now rising. Lenders are getting more and more concerned about their liabilities and more stringent in their lending criteria. So there are quite a few falling through at the moment, and that presents itself as an opportunity. However, that's the fast part of the market. The slow part of the market is the slow bit, but still lots of properties are going through. We're not interested in those properties. If properties are going through on the normal conveyor belt, those vendors aren't motivated. Those vendors are moderately interested in selling. They'd like to move out to the country. They'd like to upscale. They'd like to downsize. Whatever it is that means that they are normal, they are wanting market value for their property right now. And by right now, I mean in the next 6 to 9 months. But if they don't sell, it's not the end of the world. They can take 12 months, 18 months, doesn't matter. If they can't get market value, they might be interested in a 5% discount, but that's it. We're not interested in those. We're interested in the 0.1%, 1 in 1,000, who are motivated by something else. They need to sell much more quickly, or they need to have an above market value sale, or they need incredible flexibility that no normal purchaser would entertain, or they have a property that's unmortgageable so they can't sell it to a regular buyer, or there are legal issues with the property. Perhaps there's a structural issue with the property. It doesn't matter why, but we must find those vendors who don't suit the conveyor belt of a regular sale. And once you've got those people reading your marketing and contacting you, the rest is easy. So I'm looking forward to this 5-part series, guys, where in each episode, I explain to you a marketing strategy that you probably haven't even thought of before, let alone done. And I will be telling you why it works, how you can fit it into your property investing business, and the likely returns you'll get from it. Until our next episode, happy investing.